Hello there. We are coming to you live from Courtney's office. We have selected Courtney's office as the location for this particular video shoot because of the Christmassy nature of Courtney's office. Courtney is the Christmas queen here in the office. Typically she begins celebrating Christmas with decorations and holiday music, usually around August or so. You can just ask her office mate, Nicole. She was there a minute ago. All right, so here's what we've got for you this year. We've got what we're calling the Christmas Advent Project. We're gearing this specifically towards families, but of course anybody could do this. So here's what you're gonna need if you're gonna participate in this project. You're going to need some sort of Advent calendar or Advent village. This is the one that we bought last year. We picked this up at Costco. We mainly got it because my wife has always wanted one, and then we decided that we should probably do something with all these nifty little holes that are throughout. So you're going to need something like this. Here's another idea that you can do. There's different styles. You can purchase those. Target usually has them for about $20, but you can also just make them. And if you just go to Google and type in do-it-yourself Advent calendar or make your own Advent calendar, I'm sure you'll find lots of ideas. We noticed there's different ways you can make them. And then what we've prepared for you, and you can download this as a PDF on the website. The first one you can download is the Advent Calendar 2010. And what this is it's 25 days worth of scripture readings and then a blank space for an activity. And the scripture readings basically next to it there's a brief description about why that scripture reading has been included, so you can read it together as a family and talk about that particular passage. Each one's pretty short. They'll take you usually around 5 minutes, but it's a nice time to sit down as a family and talk about it. And then the activity is left blank so that you can fill in the activity according to how much time you have to work with that day. What we did is we had these set aside for our girls. We put them in each night right before so they wouldn't be rifling through the Advent calendar in advance. But on day one, December 1st, they opened this box and they found a little treat. They found a piece of paper that on it had the scripture reading for the day and also an activity for the day. And so together as a family, at some point in the day, we sat down, we read the scripture together, talked about it a little bit, why it's there, how that fits into the Christmas story, how it fits into the story of redemption and creation. And we've given you a list of activity ideas, but you can certainly come up with your own as well. That's what we did. We found some ideas off the internet, and then we came up with a bunch of them ourselves as well. And so each day the girls would find a treat, they'd find a scripture reading, and then an activity. Now, the activities, what we did is we tried to keep them somewhat outward focused. Some of them were just fun, but a number of them that we did were specifically focused on either our friends or our neighbors or someone in the community. For example, there's one where we had to go put quarters in one of the red kettles for a Salvation Army bell ringer and buy them either a cup of coffee or a hamburger. We had one where we had to make 2 pans of baked oatmeal for the next morning, one for ourselves and one to give away to a neighbor. So we like the idea of getting involved in giving and generosity early on in the season. And then also by doing the scripture reading throughout the season, instead of waiting till Christmas Eve to do the Christmas reading, it had us focused on the actual meaning of Christmas throughout the month, and we weren't trying to make a switch to, okay, let's talk about the real meaning of Christmas on Christmas Eve. So you can download the activity, the Advent activity ideas from the website as well. And like I said, you can fill in your own. The way we did it is we just looked at the calendar, figured out which days we would have more time to work with. Some of the activities were pretty quick. Some of them were more time intensive, and so on those ones we put them on days when we knew we'd have time to work with. So we had a lot of fun. Encourage you to download that and make use of it this year for your family, and it will give you the opportunity to focus on a very Jesus-centric Christmas this year, starting December 1st.